Hello, my name is Jim Downs, and I'm a field specialist in forestry for The Ohio State University. Today, I'm located on the Seacrest Arboretum, which is part of the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Sciences of The Ohio State University. Today, I'm going to be introducing a tree that is native to Ohio, which is either Trembling Aspen, also referred to as Quaking Aspen. This tree has the widest growing range of any tree native to North America. Some of the southernmost portions are down in the mountains of West Virginia, but it also stretches up into Maine, across Canada, all the way west into Alaska. This is a relatively short-lived tree, with this tree usually maxing out its life somewhere between the 50 to 100 year mark. One of the interesting things about this tree is there's a forest located in Utah known as Pando, which covers a little over 100 acres in size, and that grove of trees is made up of one genetically identical individual. So it's believed that somewhere around 8,000 years ago, after the Ice Age, a single seed from Quaking Aspen began to grow there. And since that time, it grew up as a tree, died back, and resprouted from the ground. And over the course of those thousands and thousands of years, it has the ability to spread out of over 100 acres in size. To identify quaking aspen, we're going to be looking for a tree that has simple alternate leaves. Those leaves will be somewhere between 1.5 to 3 inches in length and width. Along the margins of the leaf, or the edge of the leaf, there will be some finer or smaller teeth. The leaves will have a flattened petiole, and for this reason, the leaves will tend to quake or tremble even in light breezes. Even the thermal activity from coming up from the ground can be enough to make these leaves shake during the summertime. The twigs of trembling aspen are going to be somewhat of a shiny reddish brown, with the buds being somewhat the same color. Those terminal buds can be upwards of 1/4 inch in length, and they can be fairly resinous. The small branches of this tree will be a olive color to a whitish color, revealing back to a bark that becomes more white and will become more thickly rigid over time. The fruit of this tree is a catkin, which will consist of some small hairy seeds. Typically, the form of this tree when it is growing in the woodland is not very tall and straight like the specimen here that's grown out in the open. Usually they tend to be fairly crooked with very poor form. Oftentimes where you see this tree growing in our woodlands here in Ohio, and actually throughout much of its range, it will grow in groves. So typically where you have one of these established, you will have a multitude of them established in the same area. And most oftentimes those plants will be genetically identical, where they have come up from the same root systems, because the primary means of this tree spreading is through underground root system versus the seed that it produces. With that, thank you for watching, and have a great day.